Have you got your Carly tickets?
No, not yet.
No, okay, there you go. I've got Carly tickets. Here we are, James Watt, BBC Radio Derby. Now, it was a couple of months ago we introduced you to Hayley Pell from Parwich, blacksmith.
Yeah,
And Lady Blacksmith makes you sound, does sound like a pop group, doesn't it? But welcome along, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, hello.
Okay, so you set up a few months ago?
Yeah.
You went to university.
I did.
And then how did you get into blacksmithing then?
Well, I sort of did work experience in it many years before university and sort of got bitten by it and decided that was what I was going to do. So as soon as I'd finished uni, that was it. I was off.
Off to do blacksmithing. So
yeah.
but you thought you worked out it was better to do it on your own. I guess there's no jobs in blacksmithing in Derbyshire particularly.
Not many, no. No, you have to take that plunge and go in with yourself.
Yeah, because I guess blacksmithing, what we think about is horses.
Yes.
That's about it. Horses' hooves and wrought iron gates.
Unfortunately, that's what everybody thinks. I don't do horses. It's a different discipline, that really. Which brings up the issue of education, which is something I'm trying to promote really about blacksmithing, and that we're still around and we still do absolutely amazing things.
Because everyone thought it's a sort of the image, the perception is that it's no one does it anymore. It's old blokes putting a few horse hooves on. And that's about it.
Yes, unfortunately people think that, but it's through education, things that I've got planned for next year. I'm hoping that we'll bring it back and everybody will know about it and everyone will have fun with it.
Yeah, now because you're doing it proper, it's like art, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's art. You've brought some bits and bobs in. Is it a rose, this one?
It is, yeah.
Just describe that to everyone.
It's a rose paperweight, so it's quite heavy and it takes...
I'll give it a back.
Proper test there, yeah. It takes a lot of bashing to make that, I can tell you.
And so, take me through the process of doing something like a rose. It's a sheet of metal,
yeah,
in some way,
yeah.
And do you have to get it very hot to make it curly, or?
Yeah, it's still pretty traditional. A skill of heating it up in a forge and manipulating it around the anvil, and you can do whatever you want with it. Your imagination really is the limit of what you can turn it into. And
so and when you get the metal into your sort of workshop, it does come in a big sheet, and you have to cut a bit off to start with.
Yes, it comes in very long lengths.
Yeah,
which is quite funny.
And then you sort of cut it, and then do you sort of shape it first, or cut it afterwards, or what? What do you do?
It really depends on what you're making. Every different thing has a different process of making it, and you'll find out which is easiest after quite a lot of practice.
And it's quite, because you've set up on your own, which is really interesting sort of thing. And how's life in business been, from sort of just prattling about making some lovely stuff? To have to sort of run it, hopefully you make some money at it.
Yes, it has been a challenge, but I'm so passionate about what I do that seems to seep through into everything, and I've seemed to have been pretty good at promoting myself and going out there doing shows and festivals, and I've had a lot of support off people and buying my things and supporting me, and everyone's got a story to tell about some metalwork class they were in when they were younger, and it's just a really nice
So what's your work, where is your workshop?
My workshop is over at Leek at the minute, but I'm really, really trying to find somewhere nearer to sort of base all my activities around, somewhere locally. So I don't know if any of you listeners might be able to help out on that.
It's a sort of, because I guess it's got to be a fairly industrial sort of place, because you've got all this fire going.
Yes, it's sort of a stone workshop at the mill. It's an outbuilding on a farm, really, and then just put a forge in it, and that's it, really. It's quite simple.
It sounds quite interesting, but this time of year, it's a bit nippy, isn't it?
Just a bit, yeah. It's quite worrying when it all freezes up.
And other things like with the business, are they sort of like the fuel costs, are they ridiculous? Do you have the fire going all the time and you just turn it on?
Yes. Yeah, well, it works sort of off coke, so sort of like a coal fire at home would kind of work. So you do have to kind of regulate how hot you've got it.
Yeah.
To sort of save a bit there.
and are you doing that? Are you doing that the coke part every day, or you do the heating one day and then finish it off another day?
Sometimes, yeah. You have to. There are various different things you can do.
Yeah. And so, and you say you've been to lots of shows and so, and so you've been going out to country shows and selling it there. Is that the main place where you sell your stuff?
Yes, and sort of art and craft places really. I mean, I did Kedleston Hall Christmas Fair recently, and one in Parwich, which was wonderful. A lot of support there, and got some more for next summer booked and everything ready now. So yeah.
And what all the sort of, do you get it online and all this sort of nonsense?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you enjoy all that sort of side? Because it's very different the online stuff to bashing bits of metal and making them look pretty.
Yes, I mean there is a lot of different techniques and activities you have to do as part of running your own business, and that is one of them is online presence.
Your university course, business wasn't in your mind at that point on the course you were doing?
No, not really. Sort of picked it up.
Well, we'll play a quick song. We'll come back and we'll find out a bit more in just a moment. Hold on there.